Welcome, I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjitsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Everything that I share and say and do is for a reason. If there sounds like a contradiction, there isn't. Investigate further. Hope you're all doing well out there. Blessings and love to you all. Have I got a video for you? I am absolutely blown away. I am receiving material showing us this transformation that's going to occur, if it isn't already. I think we could be part of a process of this branching off, this translation and transportation into a higher octave. And I've got material here to back up the things that I've been saying, and I am blown away. I was sat here putting material together to respond to a comment from Cameron. Thank you for all your comments. And Create with Love 8 messaged, and I was reading it, and when it mentioned about the 13th pillar, wow. I mentioned a lot about the secret 13th sign with the serpent bearer, Orpheus. But as I was going over the message, things were coming to mind. I quickly looked at a couple of things and I'm like, oh my goodness me. This is next level. I am blown away. I'm trying to keep calm, slow down. You wait till you see this. And funny enough, it's the 3rd of March. That's 33. 33 vertebra. We keep seeing 33. We're going to start really seeing some changes now. So many years ago, I think I've shared this image in my slide share. I've not gone back to check. Nonetheless, I'm going to share it now. So many years ago, I received this. Okay. It's like a binary system. You see 1111 and it goes down to 0000. Right? From 1111 to the eternal. And it's part of a computer matrix, a binary system, problem solving, retrograde. There's a language from Back to the Future here, but I'm not going to get into that. This is the realm of 11, but we're about to be translated or merge into a higher octave. As I've mentioned, I look at the world as a screen. What is the world revealing to us? We must learn to interpret it by understanding symbology. And this was something that Father has taught me, done the works in me, to see beyond the surface level of the world stage. And so years ago, I received this. The way I received it, again with the synchronicities, and I noticed there was the conspiracy community making all sorts of assumptions about it, but I was like, you get these individuals saying, oh, it's from a signal out there, which there is that language too, but coming from our source. And then you got the individuals that saying it's from these UFOs or aliens, etc. But I was like, the way that I've received this is significant, important, personal, close to the revealing of the nature of the realm that we've been in. Okay. With this matrix, you also get the phases of the moon. Okay. And we saw the triad blood moons, the Great Conjunction, the Revelation 12 sign back in 2017, the wedding sign, the separation of the believers and non-believers, those who are sealed in the book of life, those who are the solar beings, those who are still yet to go through another process, the ring, the door opening up, etc. So I'm aware of the matrix we've been in, the binary system, and we kept seeing twins everywhere. I had this period wherever I was going, I literally see twins in Asda, in the superstore. Walk past, there's twins, and or there's two of that. I kept seeing like a double of everything. We went through this strange period, and many popped up on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok, but it came into my experience where looking on YouTube into certain areas, many were sharing their testimony that there was a duplication of their Hoover, of a shoe or a nail. I was like, what is going on? Like there's a reality on top of a reality. And Father was trying to articulate to me, get across to me, there is another world on top of ours, a higher octave, which I've learned about now. Which this is actually going to back up the things I've been saying. Okay. So back to this. How many of us are seen or aware of 101? It's in a lot of the allegories or images in movies and music videos. The 111011 and 1101, and then we kept seeing 111. It was like a countdown. And now we are receiving 0. And you may have noticed in my thumbnails, I feel strongly like spirit, that subtle voice upon my mind, put the 0, put the 0. Well, let's move on. Over the years researching, I'm aware of the Codex of Nostradamus, of the 3 spheres. Okay, this is supposed to be an image of the end of the age, the transformation, right? The turning of the wheel. Connected with Taurus, we get the 3 again spheres. When they come together, there is this shift. It talks about this ascension and flip. Like those who are ready, the screen, reality flips. We go from the deep into the living. And there is these sudden mystical transformations with our lives, which many of us have been prepared for. Hence the anomalies and strange, should we say, like initiation with the Mandela effect. I don't like using that. I've had lots of better presentations with mystical experiences to denote to me that reality is fluid. It's a spectrum. It's light. Bear that in mind. But I was aware of Nostradamus Codex. I've looked into all the Codex of Nostradamus, Da Vinci. There is many hidden secrets, as I've shared with you in this channel, which is all received from our loving Father, from the true Lord Jesus Christ. That's in us. This is not from me. I could not put this stuff together, guys. So, as I was saying, I was putting material together to respond to a comment from Cameron. Create with Love, a message, and she mentioned about the 13th pillar. This. With the 4 mighty ones. It's a complete higher octave matrix. I said in my channel, we want to receive the key and the door to the higher octave. You receive the cosmic egg, a new matrix. I said, even my mum caught on to the things I was saying, because she said to me on a Saturday, she said, so we're going to still be in a matrix. And I was like, but it's a higher octave. And now we are receiving the sacred geometry and mathematics behind this higher octave, this new heaven and earth, with the sacred and secret pillar and sign, Orphricus, which is also connected with the tabernacle or or sacred chamber. Now, the mind is referred to as your sacred place. No one knows what you're thinking, etc. It's the temple of God. And it's changing. When you grow with knowledge and wisdom, your neural pathways change, everything changes. Your atoms change. The 7 Pleiades stars that are in you, in your chakra centers as well. This is something else I found out. Pleiades. These are also, as above, so below, upon the 7 chakras in you, and there is more. I'm not going to get into that. Remember, you have a twin, the inner spirit man and the outer terrestrial man. You have a celestial body and a terrestrial body, as told us in the Bible. And all this in its totality changes form, as told us by Thoth and the Bible. We are a new creature. We are a new creature and a new creation. And creation's been waiting in eager expectation for the sons of God. We are like this super race born out of the matrix, as mentioned by the secret teachings of Osiris. So, I love symbology. Let's say there's 2 spheres or 2 circles next to each other, like this. Okay? Around, connected with 2001 towers. Okay? Remember, we kept receiving the sign, the Pisces, figure of Pisces, which was also connected with the birth, with the Revelation 12 sign back in 2017, where Virgo gave birth, which is actually connected with Osiris, with Jupiter connected with Christ. Also, we bear the stripes of Christ. Jupiter has stripes. And I said there's this higher octave that's emerged with us since 2012, where it was a long duration of winter because of the nature of it, because we started investing and transforming into the kingdom, ready for that higher octave. Of course, it had to be empty and its condition, its state, ready to receive or bestow. Why this was going on, whereby many were growing exponentially. Okay, let me just pause there. The Saturn matrix had its season. And so why they were going through like a degradation and a profound sleep, there was a higher octave overlaid on top of this. Okay? And these 3 are going to emerge into one. When this happens, remember that Netflix movie, The 3-Body Problem? Because what's coming, many are not ready. And I stated in my videos in this channel, because the intensity of the illuminaries, because of the nature of the realms, the worlds, the spheres are now overlaid with each other, and we're seeing all these glitches, these strange anomalies. It's starting to make sense. And I said it's because there's this opening to like 3 matrices at the moment. I stated, I've recorded and documented it. There's these 3 states and they are going to emerge. You can't stop it. It's a new heaven and earth. Father's doing a new thing, but who can perceive it? If you didn't find it fit to acknowledge God, you can hurt yourselves. And he says you're going to see and imagine strange things with the coming of the end of the age. Be prepared. We are told to be prepared by all the prophets of old, the wise ancient old men. We are told in the scripture, go back and be prepared because you're going to witness all this. This is the true prophecy of the future coming. If you faint or die beforehand, you go back 10 steps. You have to go through another course of action. And with the mystics like Neville Goddard and many others who have shared with us that there is many who can go back if they're completely not ready, because they're in a digital shadow century copy reality. It's a spectrum. We've been absorbed by the spectrum, the rays of light, until we come into sentient being. Those who are not ready, there's another course of action. You are taken to another location in Sheol, as it's told us in the Bible. Those who are ready and those who have prayed and brought their families and friends into the tabernacle, there's a lot of innocence out there as well. Many are going forward, and there's many other entities that are being relocated, as told us in scripture and Enoch. It's a complex thought, and there's a lot going on, and I'm trying to digest all this and make sense of it. And it's through symbology I'm able to compartmentalize a bit, kind of put it in its relevant locations and order, so I can understand and try and articulate and convey this knowledge, this information. It's not easy, as you can imagine. But now I'm starting to see how everything is converging to the 0 point. Again, the 3 become 0, 1. 1 as in 0, funny enough. Pi, right. And I received a symbol that this was going to happen last year with the sacred star I received from Spirit. This is 3 symbols put together to create this sacred star. This was mentioned by Doris Cannon. She said there'd be someone in the time that we are in who would find a secret symbol which will help. I'm not saying that I found it. I'm just sharing with you what I've experienced, because this is heavy stuff. This star is from the Codex of Da Vinci. He only had a portion of it, okay, like the top part, and I duplicated it, turned it upside down, put it together because Spirit told me to. The subtle voice upon my mind, copy it, turn it around, now put it together. Then Doris Cannon mentioned there was a secret symbol at the pyramids. Everyone walked past it and they won't see it. Well, I spent a bit of time researching and going on these tours on the YouTube, watching the walls where when people were walking through the pyramids, looking for any symbol. Of course, it's right on the entrance, and she was right. Everyone walks right past it. You're looking in, but you don't always look at the beginning, funny enough. Well, as soon as I saw it, I knew that was the symbol. And I put it on my board as I've done a video. I've posted it in my community tab. And I was trying to work out how this symbol goes together. And I tried all sorts of things and it just didn't work. I was doing my push-ups in my sitting room. Spirit upon my mind. Because it kept going. It kept going on in my conscience, in my consciousness. You need a symbol to receive a symbol. And Father's like, well, you've got a symbol. That voice come in. You've got a symbol. Put it in that one. I was like, no. As soon as I did that, it fitted perfect. Here it is. Okay, the sacred star. And you get 3 circles coming together, locked in, right? This has got the pyramid symbolism in it, right? The Lion's Gate portal, the 13th pillar. You get this sacred geometry, which is connected with the eternal, infinite. It's multidimensional. And I was like, wow, okay, Father, you've tasked me to share it. Here we go. And here it is. Okay, so 1 Corinthians 15:52. Listen, I tell you a mystery, which is translated secret. We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed. in an instant, in a twinkle of an eye. At the last trumpet, connected with wisdom, knowledge, for the trumpet will sound, and the dead will rise imperishable, and we will be changed. The perishable must be clothed with the imperishable, and the mortal with immortality. The law of return. We are told in the secret teachings of Osiris, those who are sealed in the book of life, who have belonged elsewhere, you got to return back home. It literally says you're going to return back home. This is not your world. We are told so many times in the Bible, this is not your world. It's a school. You're going through the 7 eyes of the Lamb. You're going to be moved over into the land of the living, coming out of the deep. You are sealed. And we get the language of the rings, the rods. Oh my goodness me. So back to Cameron. That started me putting this material together. Thank you for your comment. Dear Kenneth, I'm curious, do you know if we will still be forced to poop? Bless. I'm just laughing because I'm a man, you know. In the in the higher octave reality, or will it become optional? Thank you. Okay, as I mentioned, there's no such thing as a silly question. Yes, you're still going to poop, you're still going to eat, you're still going to be able to have intercourse and all these things in the higher spheres. This was something I was showing. I was showing a wonderful home and gardens. I was showing the most amazing things, and it wasn't a heaven your religious belief systems try to betray. It's far from that. The technological advances and the things that you can do, you can still go fishing, there's all these wonderful things you can do, but you can do things on a higher level. You can do things, there's new things you're going to be able to do, but also still do the wonderful delicacy things that you can find in this realm. Remember, it's been a binary system, a heaven and earth in duality. The realm that we're going is where righteousness dwells, where you can experience the true delicacies of being human, where you are brought into youth and vitality and experience all this without the pain, heartache, or sacrifice, being eaten by time, etc. Okay. I spent time in that other place with Spirit, as Spirit was showing me, and I was polishing. Strange. People believe, what? This is what I termed as my heaven, knowing my heavens within, my eternal heavenly homes within, that erects this wonderful new world, as it's termed, in a future that's not like this world, far from it. And as I was spending time there and learning, and there was lovely flowers in the corner, you know, I had the pictures up, the door, I could smell the lovely summer breeze coming through the window. As I was about to come out of this trance, imagination, this dream state that I was absorbed in, I had these headphones on, my eyes blindfolded, and I went within, and I went to that place. And I had to come back, this was years ago, to go pick my boys up from school. And before I could get out of, because I was so absorbed in this state, enjoying this, what I term my home, Spirit grabbed my whole consciousness in my mind, like I couldn't get back to my body. Like I know this was a completely different state. And he said, you stay here. As in to say, you never let go of this image. I've been a loyal imager ever since. That's my home. I had my own office. I had my own car, my dream car. The most wonderful things. My fridge was full. It was amazing. It was home. And I had my own gym. The heaven that many people talk about in the religious belief system is fictitious. It's not true. It's not real. We are getting ready for this supernatural, mystical transformation, moved back to the high octave home. I'm Kenneth Andre, Tenjutsu Master and Mystic Messenger. Love you guys. Have a good day.